Lecture 3, Writing the Abstract. For this module, you need to download the handout entitled Example Abstract 1 and 2. Please download it so you can read the two abstracts as part of the following lesson. Now, please post questions if you have them. In order to present a conference paper, you need to first write an abstract, often between 200 to 800 words. Realize that writing the abstract is in many ways harder than writing the paper, because your abstract is in competition with dozens or hundreds of other abstracts, and you have limited space to promote your ideas. To produce a good abstract, you need to be precise, clear, and able to show evidence that you have the necessary knowledge, have done the preliminary background research, have adopted proper research methods, have thought through what you want to discuss, and can cover the material properly in the given amount of time. Below, I provide a very general guide on writing the abstract. As noted before, every field has its own standards, culture, language, and academic customs. Consult instructors and experienced professionals and look online for copies of abstracts similar to yours. Task. Now pause the video and carefully read the first example abstract. Have you read the abstract carefully? Now answer the following questions about that abstract. 1. How does it show the issue under consideration is important? 2. How does it show what the central issue is? 3. How does it show for whom the paper is written? 4. How does it show knowledge of the pertinent scholarship? 5. How does it also offer something extra? Answers. This abstract starts off by 1. Explaining the vital function of frequency reference sources. Then 2. Focuses on the issue of phase noise and signal stability. 3. This paper is aimed clearly at the required to design measurement protocols for such systems. 4. Internal footnotes show their scholarly sources. 5. And it offers something extra in exploring the development of an atomic clock on a chip. When you write your abstract, your goal should be simplicity and clarity. This does not mean using simple words or dumbing down your message. What it means is to strip down your presentations to the core idea and make those ideas show clearly. Before you get started, get a clear idea of what is your main point and what are the means by which you prove that point. For some scholars, outlines and even flowcharts of ideas can help clarify their thoughts. Also, talking about your ideas with friends, colleagues, or mentors can be very productive. To compose an abstract, you will need to create, 1. A title. As noted, the title should be informative but not too technical or dull. As long as the meaning is clear, even a little wit is allowed. For example, which title would work better? Resource Management Techniques of Emperor Penguins or The Food Hunting Strategies of Spiniciforms? Who Moved My Cheese? Instead of Food Location Behaviors Used by Household Mice. A statement of why your topic is important. It is good to situate your paper in the context of your field and its issues so that others will understand why they will want to hear your paper. 3. A statement about what contribution to the field will be made by your paper. Remember, the nature of this contribution will vary greatly due to the conference. The short abstract seen above did not claim to do original research, but rather to gather and summarize important information useful for a certain type of engineer. Other conferences will demand much more original work. 4. A sample of your methodology and demonstration of how you prove your points according to the best practices in the field. 5. Sufficient proof of your knowledge of scholarship and secondary literature concerning the issue you have chosen. When you have finished the abstract, it's a good idea to have a friend or colleague look over it to see if it really makes sense. Make sure all its language is clear and that you show how all its components fit together and follow each other in a logical fashion. Another popular type of presentation is a workshop, where the speaker engages the audience more directly, as in a classroom, and perhaps teaches a skill, as in this example. Now pause this video and carefully read the second example abstract. Have you finished reading the example carefully? How is this workshop abstract similar to the one you have studied before. And how is it different? 1. The title provides a clear idea of the workshop's content. 2. It demonstrates why the issue is important, the needs of universities, motivate experiments in online teaching. 3. It describes a major issue, student engagement versus student alienation. 4. It gives evidence that the software under consideration will help solve such problems. 5. While it does not show methodology as such, it does indicate that software has been tested in the context of a long-term online MBA program. 6. The articles of 2 scholars are referred to. 7. What it offers that the previous paper did not is an opportunity for the workshop participants to experiment with this technology using content that the attendees provide. To repeat, customs and conventions about the abstract structure and language can vary a great deal between fields. Looking over example abstract and consulting with those having more experience is always a good strategy. Summary. 1. Before you begin composing your abstract, make sure you have a very clear idea of what your core idea is and how you want to support the idea and what you want your audience to take away from your presentation. 2. In composing your abstract, make sure every part of your abstract and subsequent paper supports these proposals, including structure, language, and rhetoric. 3. In composing your abstract, be able to state clearly why the issue you deal with is important, what is your original contribution, and the means by which you will prove your point. 4. Be aware of the conventions in your field to demonstrate the proper use of language, sources, and methodology. That's all for this lecture. Please post questions and comments if you have them. Now in the next lecture, we shall consider writing the paper which we'll orally deliver, which should be different in important ways from an article meant to be read.